What is up, my powerful mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video we're going to be looking at something a little different. Billie Eilish No. 2, the eau de parfum for men and women. So if that sounds good to you, let's get into the video.
Die Verbrennung der Amerikaner.
So Billie Eilish has released 2 fragrances thus far. This is the original EDP that she released, and I'll just open it up and remind myself of how it smells. And here's a presentation. Quite classy, I must admit. Like, it's gonna look great on a mantle or something like that. Like, just that ultra feminine bust. Very classy looking, in my opinion at least. As for the fragrance, sweet, a little juvenile, and a very prominent vanilla note. And there are some more subtle florals to this one, and I think it's the florals in this that kind of save it from being just a really cheap smelling celebrity scent. Performance though, from memory, is quite good at 8 hours plus. And yeah, this new Billie Eilish No. 2 is marketed to both men and to women. And if you're a fan of Billie Eilish's aesthetic, I think this is going to appeal to you. And here is the box without the little slip. It's got a classy look to it again. And this one is 3.4 fluid ounces or 100 ml, and it costs $105 Australian, exclusively at Priceline. And here is the bottle. Very classy. I love the way this one looks. I had a very good mate at work today tell me that the bottle is very female looking, it's very feminine, and I agree, but if you really think about it, who is a bust of a female going to appeal to more sitting like on your shelf? Is it going to appeal more to women or more to men? I'll let you be the judge of that one.
Cool. No doubt.
Judging purely on aesthetics, I think this is a fantastic looking design. It looks beautiful, very classy, regal even. And yeah, one final look at that. The fragrance itself. Dark, woody, spicy. It reminds me of so many scents, but the 2 in particular that it reminds me of is All Saints Leather Skies and Tom Ford's Oud Wood. All Saints by Leather Skies is a fantastic leather smelling fragrance, lasts about 8 hours, and Oud Wood is a very safe, oud, woody fragrance. The cool thing about the comparison to both Oud Wood and Leather Skies is that they're also unisex fragrances, and this is no different. This is also a unisex scent, and I can see how it is. But if you're somebody that really enjoys the feminine qualities, the softer, sweeter qualities of the first one, I don't know if you're going to appreciate how dark and spicy and woody the No. 2 eau de parfum is, because it is night and day in terms of the difference between the original. It's not quite as leathery as Leather Skies, and it's not quite as Oud Ford as Tom Ford's Oud Wood, but it sits in that middle ground between the two. I'll just spray myself again, I'm already wearing it. The opening is a touch on the sharp side, and it's got this almost crisp apple note, and that's where you get a touch of sweetness, and then that quickly dissipates, and what you're left with is ebony wood, a really dark woody, it's almost a resinous woody note, and a touch of leather as well. I may get a touch of tonka bean in this one as well, but it's a secondary play in this one. It's not very prominent. But yeah, I was honestly blown away by how fantastic Billie Eilish No. 2, the EDP, smells. It's one of those scents that I like so much, it's probably going to be in my top 10 at the end of the year list. This is fantastic. As far as an improvement on the first one, I mean, it's not even a comparison. If you're a man looking for a cheap alternative to Oud Wood, or a slightly cheaper alternative to Leather Skies, this is a great option. If you're a woman looking for something darker than the original Billie Eilish EDP, this is another great option. I think this is going to appeal to men more than it is to women. The only way men are going to find out about this one is if they walk past it and try it out in a shop on a tester strip for their partner and then realize how fantastic it smells, or if they watch a video like mine that I'm singing the praises of this particular scent. If you're after a dark, woody fragrance, something that you can share with your partner quite easily. Billie Eilish No. 2 is a fantastic choice. Honestly, if I had to give it a number grade, and I have been doing that lately with my individual fragrance reviews, it'd be a 9, perhaps even a 9.5. The performance is what really sold me on this one. 12 hours plus with 2 sprays. There's not a lot of scents nowadays that offer that sort of performance. And overall, just the DNA of the fragrance itself, even though it is somewhat of a clone, I'm not going to call it an out and out clone just because it isn't, but it does remind me very strongly of Leather Skies and Oud Wood. Honestly, I had to give credit to Billie Eilish and her team, or whoever it is that came up with this fragrance in particular. We need more fragrances like this on the market, fragrances that are bold, that stand out in a sea of Dior Sauvage clones as far as men's scents go, and really sickly sweet women's scents as far as women's scents go. It's good that there is somebody out there that is making a fragrance like this, and I hope Billie Eilish No. 2 sells a boatload of fragrances so that more companies can release scents that are like this one. It's dark, it's edgy, it's daring, and it's unisex. And as far as fragrances go, those are the exact qualities that I looked for. I love fragrances that stand apart and make you stand out in the crowd. So if you've ever worn Billie Eilish No. 2 before, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. And if you've smelt both Billie Eilish scents, let me know how they compare in the comments below. I can't wait to hear from you guys. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel. I'll catch you guys around.